Hey guys, what's up guys? This is a quick tip of the day, how to write your own autobiography, okay? How to write your own autobiography, and I highly recommend you write it. My name is BJ, and I'm the author of the book, How to Make Money with Ebooks, and I'm the publisher of HowExpert, which has published quick how-to guides by everyday experts, quick how-to guides by everyday people, and I've helped hundreds of people become published authors on Amazon. And today I want to do a different type of video about how to write your own autobiography, because personally, I'm actually, as a side project, one of my personal projects, I'm writing my own story, my own life story as an autobiography as well. I've already written nonfiction how-to books about my own real-life experience expertise in terms of how-to guides to help other people. But now I've done books about internet marketing throughout my journey as an internet marketer. So I've already written about the topics I've known in a how-to way for other people. But this time, this next book that I'm working on as a personal project of mine on the side is something that I want to write about my own life. And I truly believe a lot of people out there, including yourself who may be watching this video, you may also want to write about your own life as well. Writing a how-to book is great for business because it gives value to others. People don't care about us as much as they care about themselves. So writing a how-to book is a great way to give value to the marketplace. And they say your money you make, the amount of money you make is proportional to the value that you give to the marketplace. So I still recommend people to write their own how-to book. But on top of that, another type of fulfilling book to write, it may not make as much money. It may not even get that many readers, but it's a fulfilling aspect. A project would be to write an autobiography. Tony Robbins says success without fulfillment is failure. So if it fulfills you, that's a key ingredient to success, okay? So that's why I highly recommend I encourage people to also write their own autobiography. It took me a while to write it little by little. It's in its final stages. I got to revise it, read it. But I wrote about 90% of it as of right now, up until this time. And it was more than anything. I haven't published it out there yet because I want to get everything ready before I do that. But writing that autobiography was a very therapeutic and very revealing and it was a great learning experience. Because you will get to learn about who you are. It's like having therapy all over again with you. Because sometimes we don't look at the past. We move forward and we're just focused on just going fast in the future, and we forget to look at the past and reflect on it and learn from it. But wow, when you write an autobiography, it's a great learning tool to learn about yourself. Know thyself, they say, right? One of the keys to life is know thyself. So the way I wrote the autobiography, and it's not the only way to do it, I would recommend, this was easy for me to do, is to write your autobiography based on the different chapters of your life. And those different chapters of your life will be based on where you lived. So for example, I grew up as a diplomat's kid, so I grew up moving every 3 years when I was a kid. I lived in like 5 different countries growing up. So, what I did was each of the places that I lived in, during this time became a chapter. The place I was born in Korea, that was one chapter. Then I moved to another place in Greece. That was another chapter. Moved to Africa. That was another chapter. Moved to Panama. And so forth. Move back to Korea, whatever, and move to America. That was another chapter. So I highly recommend, if you don't know where to get started writing your own life story, start from birth and I would say autobiography tips. Autobiography. Okay. Places are chapters. Okay. That was really helpful. And you may not have traveled a lot of different places. Maybe you lived in one location. Maybe you lived in, California only, in one state, and that's okay. But I heard in researching just The amount of times the average person moves. I heard it was like 10 times or 11 times the average person moves at least 10 times in their life. So you can have 10 chapters, right? Based on where you live. Places you live can be a chapter, and you can write about that chapter, what happened in that place. That could be one chapter. Another great exercise I did this back in the days was from birth year to present. So birth year to present. Whatever year you were born, just list every year after that until the current year, right? No, right? Let's say you were born in I don't know. Let's just say, for example, let's say you were born in 1990, right? For example, just a random number right there, right? And then you want to put 91, 92, 93, all the way until the current year, and whatever the current year is. For right now, it's 2020, let's say. So you want to write down in 1990 what happened, okay? You want to write down your birth. You just write a little 100 word to 500 words, whatever comes along. Just write it down. 1991. Do you remember? Most likely, when you're 1, you don't really remember, but maybe for some people they do. Just so write the year. This is the birth year to present year method, where you just write down the whole years, all the years, and write down what each year represents to you. Okay, that's going to give you a clarification and clarity on like, oh, what to write about, how to break down your life in chapters, in different chapters and so forth. Okay, so one idea is to make the places you lived in, different cities you lived in, maybe. If you lived in one same state, different cities you lived in, different places you lived in as a chapter. Another idea is to do this exercise first, write all your years and what you have done in your life, and then break it down into chunks. Like, oh yeah, this is the time when I was a baby. This is the time when I went to school for the first time. This is the time when I learned about basketball or whatever, where you're passionate. This is the time I was kind of like struggling as a teenager, and this is the time, I went to college. I discovered friends and stuff like that. This is the time as an adult, I was having some difficulty, getting a job, and I didn't know what I was. This is the time I finally had a breakthrough. I discovered internet marketing. For example, I'm just saying some random stuff right here. Okay, and then you can break down into chunks, and then you can understand what the chapters are. Even when you write a how-to book, what I tell my writers from my publishing brand is that always start with a table of contents, with an outline. You have to have a structure, sequence, step by step, systematic, and organized outline, like I did for one of my books. This is 7 steps on how to publish a book from start to finish, and it was broken down into like a formula. If you can see right here, ebook formula. There's 7 steps, but it's not just random chapters. It's very organized. You need to take time to sit down and really think about what are your chapters of your autobiography, your life. Everyone wants to. Even Kevin Hart once said, he thinks our mission in life is that we all have a book inside of us, and our mission in life is, what is your book? We all want to publish our own book, share our story, share our life story. And when you want to write your story, make sure to take time to reflect about who you are, what you've been through, what your life is, where you're going. And when you do these exercises, you have clarity. Oh, wow, this is how I started. This is what I overcame. This is where I'm going. And it gives you a sense of clarity about who you are, what you represent, and what you want to share and teach the world to ultimately make a positive impact through your own book, your own story. And I'm just showing you an example. This is like an example of my chapter. Each chapter, step 1, create the ebook. Step 2, sell the ebook. Step 3, grow your business. Step 4, it's step 4. No, it's broken. Those are 3 phases, but it's broken down into different chapters. Chapter 1 is topic. Chapter 2 is title. Chapter 3 is content. Sell the ebook, multiple platforms. Grow your business, marketing, multiple books, outsource team, and so forth. It's all broken down and systematized. So make sure to have an organized chapter, a table of contents, an outline, and to do that, if you want to write an autobiography, which I recommend you to do, because I believe all people, they all want to share their story at the end of their lives. Even my grandfather, rest in peace, he wrote a book and he handed it to me when he was alive. He wrote a book. He was Korean. He wrote his own autobiography and he handed it to me. Before they had Amazon.com, before they had internet, he wrote his own book and he handed it to me. And you know what? And now I want to also let you guys know, hey, we all have it inside of us. No one was telling him to write a book at the time, but I believe we all have it inside of our DNA. We all want to share and have a legacy in this world. And you know what? With the internet, you can now, easier than ever, by self-publishing a book, or you can publish it for one of my publishing brands, or hire me as a coach, or hire me for a done-for-you service where you do the book and I'll take care of the rest to help you get it published on Amazon. Okay, so we have different options if you want to publish your own autobiography or whatever type of book you want to publish, okay? So that's it. That's a quick tip on how to write your own autobiography. It's all about the outline. It's all about the structure. And after that, the rest is easy. Just be consistent. Write a little bit every single day. I heard Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, who had an influence for a lot of entrepreneurs, including myself. He once said, for exercising, he doesn't overachieve all in one day. He likes to underachieve every day for the long run. Instead of overachieve, work hard one day and not be consistent, he rather just underachieve a little bit every day consistently for the long run. And by the end, he ends up accomplishing more. Same for writing a book. You have the right outline down. This is the most important thing. And the rest is easy. Just every single day, like you eat every day, like just write a little bit from beginning of the chapters. Once you have the chapters down, you just write about your life. Oh yeah, this is when I was born. Oh yeah, this is chapter 2. Oh yeah, this is when I was a kid, just going to elementary school for the first time or whatever. Oh yeah, this is the time when I moved to this country or this place. Boom, boom, boom. And next thing you know, in 3 to 4 or 5 months or whatever, it may take longer, maybe even a year, you're going to have your own life story in form of a book and you're ready to get it published online, okay, and share your story, okay? So thank you for watching this video. If you want to learn additional tips, resources, and lessons on how to publish your book, whether it's an autobiography or a how-to book or a fiction or whatever type of book, I have resources below this video. You can get my book, online course, custom done-for-you service, or write for my publishing branch, whether it's for nonfiction or fiction, or I might be even open to an autobiography project as well. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. Click that link. Get started. I'll see you on the inside. Take care. Bye.